Has sustainable living made the leap from idea to common practice in our homes? In a word, yes. We've graduated from energy-efficient light bulbs to making green living part of the very bricks we build with. For Bruce KERSWILL, chair of the Green Building Council, this design by architect ROHAN is a fine example.
I've never seen naked bricks look so good. Is that the beginnings of an eco-home?
Yeah, Nico, green home really is a home that uses less energy, less water, less non-renewable materials, and basically kind of looks to reduce its impact on the environment. And it's interesting because buildings worldwide consume about 40% of the world's energy, 40% materials, and produce 40% of waste. And a green building can reduce that by typically between 30 and 70%. So it makes a really big impact.
Now, as I understand it, you've basically recycled the previous home.
What we had here was an existing cottage that was de-built, and we ended up with a great supply of materials, 80% of which went back into the house. What's important is to get the placement of the house right. You know, sunlight is a premium here, and so the siding of the house was to push it so that it captured most sun. We really want to have a passive lighting and passive heating system so that we can reduce the amount of electricity we use.
Well, guys, now I gather this is not for dancing.
No, Nico, that's not for dancing. This chain acts as a gutter. It gathers all the rainwater that falls on this lower roof, runs down the chain and into an underground pipe, which then goes and recharges a well which was on the property.
This covered deck with folding, sliding glass doors acts as a heat sink to capture and radiate warmth to the indoors in the months it's needed most.
You can see as we walk into this lovely space here, we've got very tall, clear-story windows letting a lot of light in. We have double glazing on the colder side of the house. We have these timber ventilation shutters for passive ventilation. We have all the walls are insulated, the floors are insulated, and we have this wonderful recycled timber.
Wood was important to us. We wanted to make sure that all the timber used here was from sustainable sources. We used bamboo on the cupboards and a lot of recycled wood.
There's positive impact in making even one green choice a day. Woolworths Head of Sustainability, Justin Smith, showed us the proof.
Justin.
Hey, Nico. How are you doing?
I'm good and very happy to see you, because apart from your wealth of knowledge with all things environmental, you also are the bringer of the coffee.
Absolutely. Here we go. Just put the kettle on, so if you can make us a cup, that'd be great.
With pleasure. Now, Justin, most people are overwhelmed by environmental issues, but it's actually quite simple to make an impact as an individual, right?
Yeah, you're spot on, Nico. Just asking questions about where products come from, reading labels and trying to make informed choices can make a big difference in your daily lives. So, as an example, do you have any idea where that coffee comes from?
No.
But that happens to come from Tanzania. It's made by 60,000 smallholder farmers that are part of the Fair Trade program. So just literally by buying that coffee, you're supporting the livelihoods of these farmers, looking at the environmental issues in the way that the coffee is produced, and also making sure that there's clinics, roads, education for their families as well through the purchase decision you've made. A couple of other good examples. Here we've got a free-range chicken. So if you're buying meat, try and buy a free-range option if it's available, if you can find it. If you are looking at the kind of fruit and vegetables you buy, organic or part of the Farming for the Future program is normally a very good choice as well. It means there's less pesticides, chemicals and fertilizers going into the soil and going into our water resources. And of course there's organic milk for our coffee.
I'll take that.
Another very simple thing you can do is just try not to buy plastic bags. Support reusable bags. These ones, for instance, are made by 2 community development projects. So it's creating and sustaining jobs. It's also good for the environment. And we're using recycled plastic back into the manufacture of these bags. Very similarly, those milk bottles you've got there, part of it goes back into making the packaging for this cleaning range.
So it's a recycling thread that goes through the whole range of products.
Absolutely, Nico. So that's one of the great things you guys can do at home, is really just support recycling. Helps keep waste out of landfill, and also is great to get back into our products and packaging.
Rinsing helps, as does separating glass, plastic, paper and types of food waste to either go into a worm farm or compost.
Okay, Justin, I can't wait to find out what you've done to the room to make it green.
Oh, there's many, many different things, but from a product perspective, this duvet and these pillows are one of the examples. They're actually made from recycled plastic bottles, recycled polyester in the inners of the duvets and the pillows. and you're looking quizzical. So I thought you might not believe me, and I brought a couple of examples to show you. So basically, this water bottle gets ground down and turned into the fiber for these duvet pillows and inners.
So this comes from that.
Spot on, recycling in action.
Well, that's incredible. It feels like sponge, but it's made from plastic bottles.
That's right.
As for water saving, if you start turning the tap off while brushing your teeth or taking a shower instead of a bath, it makes a big difference.
In your home, if you use kind of biodegradable cleaning products and body care products, those don't create chemicals that go back into the water system, so you're not polluting any of our scarce water resources. And then also from a product perspective, these towels are actually made from bamboo, which is a naturally renewable resource and doesn't use much water in the way that it grows.
Wow.
Feels pretty much the same, hey?
You would not say that this is bamboo.
The fastest growing plant in the world, bamboo needs no fertilizers or pesticides. Just as this natural swimming pool uses no salt or chemicals, which is how Dr. Jerome Davis prefers it.
Now, I'm very excited about the pool because it's a green pool, but not in the conventional way, in the eco way. How do you build an eco pool?
Well, it's a living aquatic ecosystem. There's basically two parts to it. There's the swimming zone, which is open and clear for swimming. And then there's the planted zone, which is a planted ecosystem that keeps the water clean. In fact, the water is so clean that you can drink it.
You can?
Yeah.
After you, sir.
Okay. It's alive. You can taste it.
That's good. Does it come in sparkling?
Just there where the fountains are.
Okay. How does it work?
Well, in conventional pools, there's a lot of nutrient buildup in the water, and so you need chemicals to keep on killing the algae and bacteria that want to grow on that nutrient. But in this system, we use plants to absorb those nutrients, and so the algae and bacteria have got nothing to grow on. In addition, we've got medicinal plants in the water that infuse the water with incredible energy, and I think that eco-pools are a perfect example of how nature is used directly as a technology in our homes.
Choose a natural pool, sleep on a pillow made from recycled plastic, or drink fair trade coffee. Start anywhere. Just start living greener today.